Bitch, welcome back to Ricky Abraham, and today's episode is gonna be Fuck Fake Friends. Porque estos güeyes son puras pinches serpientes, puras pinches ratas de la pinche shit. Like, these bitches be coming from anywhere, and these hoes always try to bring you down, bitch, because they're jealous. But let's get started y let's get talking. Oh my god, guys, alguien me hizo mala forma. La que no espera, no prospera. Mira cómo se me ven las ligas. Oh my god! Y ahorita tengo un montón de pinche frío, man. Bitch, let's get fucking started. Okay, so guys, today we're gonna be doing a little bit of that fuck fake friends. Cause girl, the thing is, todos estos güeyes son piras falsas. Oh shit. First is your moisturizer y todas estas güeyes son puras pinches falsas. Okay, so like, you know, I just remember guys, go with your moisturizer, eh? So, today's episode, I'm like, matching cada... Nah, just kidding, no. I'm like, cada pinche perra, I'm like, que se mete en pinche vista, macha tu pinche madre. Okay guys, so the thing is, today we're gonna be doing lessons and fucky story, a little bit of a story time. Okay, so I used to be friends with these bitches, right? And then a couple weeks ago, maybe like last month, I don't know how long this was ago, this bitch tried to text me, and then like she was like, oh hey Ricky, how are you, you know? And I was like, ¿qué está güey qué? I was like, ¿qué se cree la güey? I'm like, bitch, I'm like, obviously I'm like, you know, like, bitch, your fake ass comes like you did nothing, you know? Obviously te bloqueé y te like, te paredé, like I blocked you and everything for a reason, you know? And that was the thing, and I was all like, girls, like, está wiki. And then we're gonna show right here, bitch. We're gonna show a little picture. But this bitch ends up texting me, and then I was like, you know, like, girls, like, how are you coming out of nowhere? Like, como si no me hiciste nada, you know? And the thing was, if you guys didn't see my other story, or my other story, I'm like, bitch, I just put a story on YouTube. I was about to say TikTok. On Snapchat, too. I was about to say that, too. Okay, so the thing is, I posted a video, this one right here. Go fucking watch it, para que entiendan lo que estoy hablando de ahorita. Where's my hairbrush? I just literally had a hairbrush on me. I'm all like, oh shit, I found it. Okay, so the thing was, guys, that day I was like over here todo deprimido, and I was crying because like I was having my little moment, and I was like, God, I was like, before I got my hair replacement, I think, and I was like, God, I was like, I'm having all this pain, I'm like, and I feel like shit, and I'm going through all this, you know, like a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. And then out of nowhere, like, you know, homegirl me textea, and she's all like, oh, like, hey Ricky, she's like, how are you? And I was like, oh hell no, girls, like, quítate mi pinche vista, wey. Okay guys, wait, let me go with this beauty blender porque I need to use some other stuff, but bitch, I don't got this shit prepared. Okay guys, so right now I'm gonna take some Tylenol, cause girl, my BBL, when we say BBL, I mean my hip replacement. I'm like, no sé qué es BBL, eh? I'm like, porque si no, my, tu papá me lo había pagado. I'm just kidding. Okay, wait. I just with my beauty blender. Next is mi pinche cinta. Okay, so I was talking about these fake friends, right? So me texteó esta way, and then she sent me another message, and like I saw it, and I was like, okay, so the first thing, this is how it started, guys. This is how it first started that specific day. So literally, like, you know, I woke up, I think I didn't go to work because like I wasn't feeling good from my hip, and then like, you know, fui a trabajar ese día, or I stopped going to work completely, like, you know, I couldn't handle the hip pain no more. And then mom was like, girl, Dana Curcia no vas. I'm like, girl, I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, they don't know what I'm feeling. I'm like, no one knows what I'm going through all my life, so I don't care. And then pues yo no fui a trabajar ese día, you know, I think I was like just chilling, and then I had like a little moment, you know, like como dijo una muchacha, you cry it out, then you thug it out. Yeah, it's not, bitch, I was about to say it the opposite way, but I don't think it's that way.
Better now. That's what you gotta do. You cry shit out, then you thug it out.
Yes, you cry it out, then you thug it out. And then, well, that was me. I cried it out, and then I thugged it out at the end. And then, pues la güey me textea, and then I was like, okay, so this is how it was at first. So out of nowhere, I see a fucking message, and then it's like, no, So this is how I started, bitch. I'm sorry. Okay, so primero, this person me siguió. And then se me hizo raro how they found my account. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, like, whatever. And then I kind of overthought about it. And I was like, what happens if this person's using this person's account to stalk me? Yo lo pensé así nomás, you know? And then this pinche, la hermana esta pinche mocosa, like, I know she does it on purpose to stalk my account. So she fucking goes on her sister's account to like, follow me on my account, on my new account, right? I made a new account because I was like, you know what, bitch? I'm like, I'm tired of these fake ass bitches. I'm like, voy a hacer una nueva cuenta porque yo tengo like a feeling that they did something to my original TikTok account. So I wouldn't like, you know, get as many views or like do something to my account, you know? Some suspicious like rat shit, like some rat ass, like pinche perra shit, you know? And then, yo como nada, you know, I was like, okay, whatever. And then, okay, next I'm gonna go in my concealer and a little of a wet beauty blender, eh? Make sure it's not dry. And then, se me hizo raro, you know, like, and I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And then when her sister's account followed me, I was like, bitch, I was like, get the fuck out of my face. I was like, first of all, I was like, me cállate mal, I was like, tú, I'm like, y tu pinche hermana, I'm like, so I blocked that account, you know, I was like, get out of my face. Pues a mí se me hizo raro, you know, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I'm like, why would she follow me out of nowhere? And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, get out of my face. I'm like, I hate all of you. So, you know, bitch. And la cosa is like, bitch, you do not have to be nice to anyone that has done you wrong. Or you just don't have to be nice, you know, get it. It's like, that's the thing. Like, yes, be nice to people. But la cosa is like, bitch, don't forget fake ass bitches. And then, pues yo bloqueé. I blocked her sister's account because I know she was stalking me from there. So I blocked her, right? As soon as I blocked her, tell me why this other bitch se le ocurre textearme. And then like, I don't know, where it's like, oh, this person followed you. And then it shows their fucking username and everything. And I was like, I know. I was like, bitch, I didn't want these fake assholes to find my account. And then I was like, I know, Dios. I was like, ¿por qué? I was like, ¿por qué con estas pendejas? And then, whatever. And I was like, bitch. I was like, why is this bitch texting me out of nowhere? And I was like, bitch, I was like, la gente nunca viene out of nowhere just for no reason. I'm like, either they need something from you or nomás te quieren usar la pinche gente, you know? So that's why I was like, okay, bitch. I was like, obviously this bitch is being fake. I'm like, obviously she needs something or nomás me quiere usar. And then she's like, hey, girl, how are you? Que no sé qué. And like, I have the screenshots right here, bitch. I took a screenshot as soon as that bitch sent me a text. I was like, bitch, story time and fucking block. Just kidding. No, because that's how I was. I was like, ¿sabes qué? I'm like, no tengo que tenerla en mi pinche, like, account. I'm like, and I don't have to be fucking with people I don't fuck with anymore. So I'm like, you know what? You're fake. I'm like, get out of my face. So that's what I did. I blocked her too. But I screenshotted everything she said to me. And then I was like, I know. I was like, pinche rata estúpida. I was like, ya vete pa' atrás donde viniste. I'm like, go back to your little fucking sewer. I'm like, get out of my face and don't ever text me again. Because obviously, like, bitch, if I blocked them from all my social media accounts, there was a fucking reason. No, ni mos que nomás lo hice por fun, you know? Like, actually, it was a little fun doing it. But still, like, you know that little, like, adrenaline or whatever that shit's called? And you'd be like, oh my gosh. I was like, block. Because I was like, bitch, fuck all these hoes. I'm just kidding, no? I was like, chan su pinche madre las güeyes. And then, pues la güey me textea and I was like, no, girl. I was like, I'm not going through the same thing again. I was like, ya pasé una vez. I was like, salte mi pinche universe. I'm like, I'm not going through this shit. I'm like, I'm trying to live my life without you fucking trying to ruin it. And then, that was the thing. And I was like, I know. Because I know this bitch, obviously. So it was the thing. This is the thing. So it's two people as friends this way, right? I'm like, white. I'm like, white. I'm like, bitch. Why these bitches stalking me? I'm just kidding now. No, literally. Okay, so the thing was, so we have, what should we call the other person? We're gonna call her, okay, Cara de Rana and pinche Pañal Miado. So Pañal Miado was the one who texted me. And then Cara de Rana used her sister's account to like look at my shit. And I already knew like what was up. I was like, bitch, I ain't stupid. So that's why I blocked Cara de Rana, like her sister's account, because I know she was using her account to stalk me. And I was like, okay, girl, I'm like, I'm not going through the same thing again. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, block. I'm like, I'm not trying to deal with this. I'm like, I'm already going through my like hip pain, you know, like se me gastó mi hip and all this stuff. Like, I was already going through my own stuff. Like, I did not need no more fucking problems in my life. And esa era la cosa, guys. I was like, ¿saben qué? Chan su pinche madre. And then the thing was like, so the other girl too, and that was the thing, guys. So like that day of this baby shower that like I went to, this kid talked shit to me, and then he was like saying all the shit, right? But the thing was that he was like, oh, this is why you have no friends and this and this and this. I'm like, okay, and the iba a decir, and this is the thing I was gonna say. I was like, bitch, I was like, cause I didn't want to be friends con tu pinche tía falsa o con tu pinche prima toda pinche estúpida y naca. Like I was like, bitch, I'm not trying to deal with cara de rana y pinche pañal todo pinche miau. Cause bitch, be like, there's a story to those shit. I'm like, una porque tiene la cara de pinche rana y la otra porque huele a pinche miaos, güey. Ni se limpia la cola bien. And that's the thing, like, bitch, worry about your shit. Aprende a limpiar la pinche cola que no huele a pinches miaos. Arréglate esa pinche surgery. I'm like, instead of worrying what the fuck I'm doing, bitch, go get some surgery or something, honey. Like, leave me the fuck alone, you know? And I was like, girl, I was like, I know, I was like, estas güeyes, I'm like, nomás vienen a arreglar la pinche vida, you know? That's what I thought to myself. Because honestly, it's like, you don't have to be friends with fake bitches. I'm like, and that's the thing, leave them in the past. Keep driving. I'll be like, bitch, I'll be like, I just kidding. I'm like, quítate mi pinche vista. I'm like, antes que nos agarremos a putazos, eh? And that was the thing, like, I don't know, girl, because I'm like, okay, girl, I'm like, I already dealt with this fake shit. I'm like, I'm not trying to deal with it again. I'm like, that snake bit me from the back. Bitch ain't coming back. I just get it up. Bitch, if someone copies that shit, I'm ready. Just get it up. So, bitch, that's gonna be my catchphrase. I'm be like, oh yeah. I'm be like, everybody, say it with me. I just get it up. The thing too, like, you don't have to be there for people who are fake, right? Okay, let me get my other eyeshadow palettes. And the weird thing too, guys, okay, so like a couple months before that, this other girl texts me too. And this is like, I'm telling you, like, bitch, it's just fake bitches over fake bitches over fake bitches. Like, falsa, 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 falsa. Tú eres falsa, tú eres falsa, y tú eres falsa. And bitch, if they're watching this video, bitch, you know you're falsa. I'm be like, and I'm gonna say that shit with my heart. I'm like, con los pinches te faltan, mija. Nah, just kidding. Cause that's the thing, girl, like, yo, at the end, I'm like, I didn't really do anything for them to like say stuff that they've done to me. And then that's the thing, like, for another story time, like, for each bitch. Pero this other fucking idiota se le ocurre, like, okay, so out of nowhere, you know, I think I was sick that day too, and then out of nowhere she texted me, and then I felt like, I think I was like having hip problems that day too. I'm like, bitch, over hip problems. And then the thing is que me texted and she's all like, oh, she's like, hey Ricky, how are you? Y que no sé qué. And I was like, oh, I'm pretty good, how are you? You know, whatever. And then out of nowhere se le ocurre la pendeja and she's all like, so it was suspicious que me textió after like a couple fucking years now. And I think it was like from 2020 something to 2026. And I was all like, you know, like, that shit was weird. I was like, okay, I'm like, why are you coming out of nowhere? I'm like, these spiders be coming out of their rocks now. And then, actually, spiders are really pretty. These bitches be coming back out of the fucking landfill. And then, pues la way, so we're gonna call this bitch, what should we call her? Pinche Mustia. We're gonna call her Mustia. So Mustia over here fucking, like, me texted and she's all like, oh wait, guys, I forgot. I don't know if I explained. So right now I'm going with the fantasy palette. Oh shit. Oh, bitch, I just scraped that bitch. Like, I just get it done. Okay, so we're going with the fantasy palette, and of course I'm gonna be going in with this red eyeshadow right here, and with a little fluffy. Oh, give me a minute. Okay, and I was like, bitch, I was like, some of this shit got lost because my phone was like, bitch, you don't have enough storage. And I was like, bitch, I was like, didn't I just edit and delete this shit? But I had the video fucking saved from last time. So the thing was, guys, Mustia, like, was over here de chismosa, like, preguntando, like, lo que no le importa la wey, you know, like. And then I was like, cause I thought that to myself too, and I was like, why is she being nosy? I was like, lo que no le importa la wey, you know, like, preocúpate por ti mismo. I'm like, go get some dick. I'm be like, go cash one how. I'm like, si no puedes. I'm like, y si no llenas, I'm like, hazte lesbiana, mija. I'm like, porque si no te estás tirando el chile, I'm like, that shit must not be that good. I'm like, bitch, where I live, it probably isn't. And then, cause I was like, I deleted my message when she said that shit. And I was like, cause I did send it at first, and I was like, oh, you know, like, yes, we're cousins. I was like, but I don't really get along with my dad's side like that. I was like, anyone from my sperm donor's family, I'm like, bitch, they ain't my family. I'm like, yo no sé quién eres tú. I'm like, y yo no te conozco. I'm like, so first, get on my face. And that was the thing. And then I deleted the message because I was like, it's none of her business at the end of the day. I'm like, if she wants to, she can go ask the other person. I'm like, pero it's none of her business. Pero si tanto quieres saberla, güey, pues que le pregunte al otro güey. And then I deleted that shit. And I don't know if this bitch ended up telling the other person. I don't know if whatever I said, they took it personal. Or like I deleted the message and then they were like, oh, this bitch was probably like talking shit. And I'm like, bitch, I didn't. I'm like, and if I did, I'm like, I would have said it to your face. And then a couple like weeks ago passed by, and then like mom's driving, and then like I think we go to Safeway. Bitch, we're driving back home. Tell me why this dumbass fucking idiot like salid out of nowhere, right? And you know where it's like the passing lane, like bitch, if the road isn't like cut, you can't pass. Even like, you know, there was no the lane, the fucking little yellow lane shit like was completely yellow, so like this bitch couldn't pass us. I don't know, and I knew this dumbass, like, él sabía que era mi pinche carro. I'm like, did you guys hear that? Or was that just me? But the thing was, he out of nowhere, like, he starts passing us hella fast. And I was all like, you know, like, and la cosa is, like, there was another car coming from the other side, too. And I was like, este pendejo, ¿qué? And I was all like, and the thing was, like, I was gonna be like, you know, like, ¿qué tu pedo, mijo? Like, bitch, I'm like, watch where fuck you're going, you know, like, and the thing is, like, he was like going hella even more faster because he knew what he did wasn't right. And the thing was, I was thinking he probably thought it was me driving, pero el último pendejo ni sabía que it was my mom driving. And then he got this gay ass sticker on the back of his fucking car. And then I knew it was him. Like after I read the sticker, I was like, no, bitch, it's este idiota, like, you know. And then I was like, okay, bitch. I was like, if this bitch said something, I'm like, she's gotta fucking get her words right. I'm like, bitch, I'm like, cause esta pendeja, I'm like, is causing problems. I'm like, lo que ni dije. And then the thing was like, this is where it's like to my recent shit, but that was the thing, guys. And then I was like, okay, that shit's weird. I'm like, how like he just popped up, he tried to pass us in a no passing zone, y no podía pasarnos. And there was another car coming, this idiot, like he goes in front of us hella fast because like a car's coming from the other side. And I'm like, bitch, I'm like, do you not know your permit? And bitch, I'm like, gracias a Dios que no lo reporté el güey. I'm like, because if not, I'm like, he would have lost everything right there. And you know what? I should have. I'm like, bitch, I'm like, me paso de buena persona con esos idiotas. And then, like, he literally is trying to, like, he was, like, literally speeding back to his house. Bitch is trying to, like, reverse back. Because, like, where we live, we all live in the same trailers. So he was trying to go back and reverse, todo pinche recio el güey. Because he knew what he did wasn't right. And then I was like, oh, hell to the no, girl. And then, like, yo me iba a bajar and being like, bitch, do you know what the fuck you just did? Like, you could have killed my fucking mom, like, all this fucking shit, you know? And then, like, no le dije nada, and I was like, I was going back home that day, and I was like, bitch, I'm literally gonna fucking go, like, fight some hoe. Cause I was like, este pendejo que se cree el idiota, I'm like, bitch, I'm like, you ain't fucking him, hoe. I'm like, you're just a fucking bola de grasa, al último del día. And then, cause you know what, bitch, I'm like, honestly, what he did wasn't right. And I was like already pissed, and I was like, bitch, I was like, I'm gonna text his sister and like, you know, like be like, can you tell your brother, like, watch out? I'm like, he literally almost hit my mom. And then this is the recent where we're going to more recent part. So a couple days ago, la hermana actually texted me and she's all like, oh, she's like, hey, she's like, how are you? Que no sé qué. She's like, bitch, I'm gonna screenshot that shit too. And she's like, you know, we haven't talked in a good minute, que no sé qué. And like, I was like, I don't know, girl. I'm like, I already went through this shit once. I'm like, I'm not trying to go back to you back either. Like, you know, there's reasons why you stop talking to people. I'm like, you just don't stop talking to them because like de la pinche gana. Like, you just woke up and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna stop talking to these fake ass hoes. And that's the thing, like, you know, once you like, I see something or you do something that like, I see, okay, that was not okay. Or like, okay, bitch, that shit was fake of them. Like, bitch, I'm gonna cut you from my life. And then I'm not actually gonna cut you. I'm just kidding. I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna go run you over with that walker. I'm just kidding, no. But that's the thing, like, girl, como dicen, like, girl, there's no point of, like, venganza, because todo se vuelve en la vida. And that's the thing I was thinking to myself. I was like, bitch, I was like, ojalá Dios que lo castigue el güey. I'm like, because, I'm like, that shit was not right. I'm like, first, because I was like, that wasn't even me driving. I'm like, which he thought it was me driving, you know? And I was all like, okay, whatever he did wasn't right. Okay, guys, sorry, I forgot to explain. I was using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I used this. Oh, wrong color. Right now, I'm going in with this one. Or wait. Actually, I don't even know. First, I went in with the Fantasy palette with a little bit of red. Then went in with this Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette. Yeah, I think it's Morphe X. Yeah, the X Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. And then I went in with this Farmed color. And then now I'm going in with this little cafecito on the edge. But that's the thing, guys, like, yo estaba enojado because I was like, okay, bitch, I'm like, honestly, I'm like, that was not right what he did. I'm like, and he realized, I'm pretty sure he realized that shit wasn't even me driving. And then I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, bitch, I was like, nah, girl. I'm like, it's the way. I'm like, God, I'm like, take his license away. I'm like, because he don't deserve shit. I'm like, pero como dicen, todo se vuelve en la vida. I'm like, so that's the thing I always say, guys. Whatever you show, whatever you fucking send into the world, se te devuelve para atrás. Karma is a bee. I'm like, she ain't no bee. I'm like, she just makes things get like, that shit like was right. She makes things that was wrong, te lo vuelve a ti porque lo que hiciste es mal. And then, pues la hermana me texteó. And I was like, okay. And she's like, oh, when do we should hang out, this and this and this. And I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, we should. And I was like, girl, I was like, but I'm gonna tell her like about like what her brother did. I'm like, cause what he did wasn't right. I'm like, obviously he could have caused an accident. He could have like, you know, made my mom get into an injury or something, you know. And I was like, that wasn't right. I'm like, you know. Y ese día también we were going back. There was a cop literally like entering there, and I was like, girl, honey. And he was trying to reverse like all fucking fast. I'm like, cause he know what he did wasn't right. And that's the thing I always say, like, bitch, cause ayer, was it ayer? It was ayer. Ayer I was driving, and then like this girl on my ass, and I'm like, bitch, pass me, or either don't pass me, girl, but don't be on my ass. Is it tailgating? Yeah, don't be tailgating me, hoe. And then, bitch, like, I don't know where this bitch tries to pass us in a curve. Bitch, and I was like, girl. I was like, cause she literally was tailgating me. I brake checked her. I was like, girl, no, honey. I'm like, either I'm like, maneja bien y pásame. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna tailgate your ass. I'm like, don't be trying to fucking apurarme. Okay, so we're gonna go back in with the fantasy palette. I'm like, me talking shit while still explaining the makeup steps. And then we're gonna go in with this little shimmer, the white one. This one right here. And then we're just gonna use our finger. But, well, I'm gonna use my pinky. Let me get the espejito, I'm like, que no va a ver bien. I'm like, cause I always gotta look at myself. I'm just kidding now. But the thing was, guys, que... Okay, so that yesterday, this dumbass... And I just kidding now. I'm like, esta perra se le ocurre pasarme la way. And then it's like, we're going through curves, right? Bitch, I don't... And then, ayer, pues eso pasó, ¿verdad? La güey se le ocurre, like, trying to pass me. She passes me, right? And then, bitch, I'm, like, slowing down. I'm like, okay, bitch. I'm like, and then a car pops up in front of her going the opposite way. Bitch literally is praying her direction and, like, goes in front of me. And I'm like, bitch, that's right. I'm like, karma's a bee. I'm like, aprende cómo manejar, mija. I'm like, cause, girl, I'm like, todo se te vuelve. And then that was the thing. I was like, bitch, I was like, learn how to drive, ho. And mom's like, era una viejita. I'm like, I don't care if it's a viejita or no. I'm like, era una... I saw una pinche mocosa when I looked in the fucking back mirror. And I thought I was una pinche mocosa pendeja que no sabe manejar la güey. And then the thing was, I was like, cause girl, I'm like, yes, you gotta respect people. But bitch, if you don't respect me, why am I gonna respect you, you know? And then, that was the thing, guys, too. Like, la cosa es que, I'ma say, I don't give a fuck. This is my channel. The guy that literally, that did that to me the other day, too, when it was even me driving, literally, he would be kind of sus sometimes. He would make some sus comments, like some gay comments, bitch. Like, and I was like, "Este güey me va a salir joto el güey, okay?" I'm like, bitch, I'm like, I ain't from Alabama, honey. I'm like, I don't go that way. But that was the thing too. And then, pues eso pasó, you know. But that was the thing. His sister texted me like a couple of days ago, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna get my shit like fixed. I'm like, porque I'm like, lo que él hizo, I'm like, was not fucking right at all. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, when I see his sister in person, because we were chatting, we're like, oh, like, you know, when do we should hang out? I'm like, you know? And I was like, girls, like, when I see his sister, I'm like, yo le voy a decir, I'm like, because al último, I'm like, what he did was not right. I talked to this person, and I was talking about pañal miado and pinche cara de rana, and I was like, I don't know why these hoes be trying to come out of nowhere, I'm like, and stalk my shit. I'm like, déjenme solos. I'm like, vive tu pinche vida. I'm like, arregla tu pinche novio que te echa los pinches cuernos. I'm like, aprende a limpiarte la cola que no huelas a miados, para que no te digan pinche cagado, pinche pañal cagado miado. I just get it all. Bitch, that bitch probably stained from both sides. Like, ni se sabía limpiarla muy bien. But, okay, next, guys, es tu pinche cinta. Then the thing was, for some people, it's like, that's the thing, guys. Like, if they do something, I'm like, I'm honestly gonna just, like, stop talking to you and block you from everything. Because why? What I did, in my eyes, you didn't I don't care if it's like, oh, like, no, bitch, I didn't do anything wrong, bitch. I do not give a fuck. If you did something to me that I know was wrong, I'ma fucking, like, get you out of my life. Like, salte mi pinche universe, bitch, I ain't never talking to you again. And then, pues esa es la cosa, guys, like, oh yeah, what I was talking about. So I'm gonna use my little eyeliner, and this is the eyeliner I'm gonna use. But, I'm gonna do one eye on camera and the other one off camera. Okay, so the thing was, guys, también que it's like, the fake friends too, like, they would always say shit. And that's the thing I started thinking about, like, they always try to, like, say shit to make me look bad. But for what reason, I don't know. And then, like, a veces nomás me usaban pa, like, Cara de Rana would always be like, oh, let's go out. And then she'd be like, oh, mom, ya no me va a dejar manejar mi mamá. Like, go ask your mom if you can use your car or her car. And then, una vez, I was driving to go get my nails done. And then, esta pendeja se le ocurre robarme mi pinche. So literally I'm driving, right, to go get my nails done at my sister's. And then I'm gonna go, you know, like, I'm driving over there. And, like, I passed the park and they're there. And they're like, oh, hey, how are you? I'm like, hey. I'm like, no, it's because I'm like, these bitches obviously wanted cruising. I'm like, no, bitch. I'm like, I'm gonna go get my nails done. I'm like, my mom me prestó el carro. I'm like, no más para eso. I'm like, she didn't be like, oh, yeah, go use the car and go cruising. And that was the thing. And I was like, no, girl, I gotta go. I was like, I can't go cruising. I was like, mom, me va a chingar la pinche vida. And then, like, I'm that type of girl that, like, bitch, I'll carry my fucking Bratz dolls with me. Like, those are my emotional support dolls. Y yo me llevé mis monas conmigo ese día. And then I'm always that type of bitch to make sure their shoes don't fall off. I was carrying this specific Bratz doll right here. Not this one, but, like, I'm gonna show the picture. And then, you know, like, they grab them y las güeyes and I'm like, ooh. And then they, like, I don't know, like, pinches mocosas being pinches mocosas, they start trying to play with them and, like, they take them out of the seatbelt that I had them in. And then, like, estas güeyes, they start playing with them and then, like, somehow, like, agarra la mona, she's, like, doing something like this and I'm like, okay, I'm like, this bitch is, like, taking off the shoes or something. And then out of nowhere, once I get to my spot of, like, to my sister's, this fucking, esta pendeja se le ocurrió robarme los pinches zapatos. For what fucking reason, I don't fucking know. Like, bitch, that shit's weird. How are you gonna be my friend and steal my shit? And then, cause girl, I don't play with my dolls. I'm like, obviously me costó pinche dinero. And that was the thinking, like, I was like, okay, bitch. As soon as I get to my sister's, I'm checking my dolls for their shoes. Cause I know I checked before I got off. Before I got into the car and before I got off the car. I check again and tell me why like, my fucking doll, it was two fucking monas. The other bitch is missing her shoes and I was like, both of the shoes, no nomás uno, guys, era both of them. And I was like, esta pendeja, I was like, se robó mi pinche zapato la estúpida. And then I was like, oh, hell no. And then I called her, I was like, girl, I'm not stupid. I'm like, I know you took my shit. And like, she's over here acting stupid, like she knows she didn't, like acting like como no hizo nada la güey. I'm like, when obviously she did steal, like, the shoes. But, pero for what fucking reason did you have to steal my shoes, you know? Like, por pinche envidia, por eso se los robó la güey. And then, obviously she stole the shoes. And you know what, bitch? I should have hit her with that fucking car. I should have fucking ran her ass over with my mama's car. And then, I was calling them and she was acting like a dumbass. And she's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, I'm not stupid. I'm like, I know you stole the shoes. I'm like, you're the one who got my dolls off the car. I'm like, then I was like, you were doing something like, you know, no está pendejo. And she's like, no, que no sé qué. And I'm like, bitch, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, before I fucking run you over. And then I was like, I was already like feeling some type of way about this bitch after that shit. Cause I was like, bitch, when you mess with my shit, like, it doesn't matter si son mis pinches monas. Like, if you mess with my shit, like, cause I always make sure I have my shit on me. And then it's like, about my dolls, like, I don't play with my dolls either. I be like, bitch, I'm like, me costaron pinche dinero, mija. And then the thing was, I was like, okay. I'm like, esta pendeja se los robó. I'm like, but for what reason? Okay, guys, I'm gonna go back in with the fantasy palette with this little small black brush. Well, not a black. Go with some black eyeshadow and then with a small brush for your inner corner. But that was the thing, guys, like, I was already, like, mad about that. But, like, think about that, guys, like, what was her reason of taking my shit, you know? Por puro pinche envidia, like, me lo robó la güey. In my opinion, like, that's in my eyes how I see it. Like, why would you steal something que ni te pertenece, you know? And then, like, I was like, I know you took my shit. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm like, I obviously always check like cuando mis monas tienen mis zapatos. And then the whole time my sister's doing my fucking nails. Like I'm just thinking mi pinches like my doll shoes, you know, like that's the only thing I'm thinking of. And then I was like, okay, bitch. I was like, I know this bitch took them. I'm like, cause they're not fucking here. And then cause the thing is like, bitch, if she watches the video, she'd be like, bitch, you're mad for some dumb plastic shoes. Bitch, yes I am mad. Like, bitch, I'm like, you're stealing shit que ni te pertenece, mija. I'm like, así de pobre o rata eres o qué, güey. Be like, pinche mosca muerta. And then, okay, let me do the other one off camera and then I'll come back. Okay, guys, so I just did a little bit of a dice, cause bitch, nunca sabes lo que te va a salir. I'm just kidding now. No, bitch, that is kind of true. You never know cómo te va a salir la persona falsa, un pinche serpiente, una pinche araña that's trying to bite you. But what do you guys think? I'm just kidding now. Okay, next on tus pinches pestañas. I got my little lashes here. These are already pre-curled because I used them for a different look. The look I did last time. So literally like 2 days ago. Now it's 2 or 1 day ago. But remember, girl, you always want to have your lash curled, like super curled. Una muchacha me enseñó esto because I would always be like, bitch, my lashes never like stay up. Like they're always like down. Como lo tiene tu pinche novio, todo pinche chueco. And then she was like, girl, you gotta curl those shits before you put them on. And I was like, oh, so that's what I started doing. But I'm like, gracias to that little makeup tip, I'm like, now these bitches don't go down. Como lo tiene tu pinche novio. I'm be like, they always go up. Como cuando me ve tu novio. Nah, just kidding now. But that's the thing, guys, like, okay. I think is sometimes you don't know how fake bitches are until the end. And that's the thing I went through, like, a veces I'm like, damn, I'm like, por pendejo me pasó esto. This girl would always fucking lie too. Like, she'd be like, oh, it's cause, she'd be like, let's get late. And then I'd be like, okay, bet. And she'd be like, oh, no, it's cause my grandpa se tomó todo un pinche buzzball. I'm like, bitch, your grandpa be having health issues. My bitch, he would have probably been dead by that time. You know, cause she would always say that shit. And she'd be like, no, it's cause my grandpa took it away and drank it all. I'm like, bitch, I'm like, I don't know, fucking believe that. I'm like, first, because I'm like, bitch, I'm like, I know your grandpa. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he would not fucking do that shit, you know? And then, that's the thing, like, she would always fucking lie. She'd be like, oh, let's go to this party, que no sé qué. And she's like, but you have to bring Lick. And I was like, oh, like, girl, I got you. And then she's like, oh, no, it's because the party got canceled. And I was like, oh, you know what, bitch? I'm like, I'm gonna lie to you too. So I went with this person once, and we went together, and then we're like, oh, let's go. I was like, you know, I was like, we're just gonna have the Lick in the back. I'm like, if this bitch is lying. Because yo ya sabía que esta güey era mentirosa. But I was like, bitch, I was like, I wanted to take homeboy, me and homeboy. He was my family member, bitch. He wasn't like one of those. He wasn't trade. I just get it up. And then I was like, well, why not take him to a party? I'm like, so you can experience it. I'm like, bitch, he already be doing worse shit. I'm like, where he goes to school. So, and then that was the thing. And I was like, oh, let's go. And then he's like, yeah, let's go. And she's like, so it's me, my family member, and then it's him and me, right? And then we go pick up these fucking ratas. It's her fucking friend that she talks shit about. And that was the thing too, guys. Like, she was so fucking fake. Like, we'd go hang out with her friends, and then like the next day she would literally be talking shit about them. And I'd be like, cause that was the thing, guys. Like, a veces I'd be like, damn. I'd be like, bitch, we were literally just hanging out with that bitch yesterday. And she'd be like, pinche que no sé qué, pinche palo, like. And that's the thing. I don't know if these girls are still friends with her, but bitch, if they fucking knew what this bitch would say about them, I'm pretty sure this bitch would have got jumped already. You know what I think también aprendí? It's like, who told me the other day? It's like, the bitch with most friends is the fakest bitch you know. And I'm like, I'm like, I can't believe I didn't see that at first. I'm like, gracias Itati. It was Itati, literally. It was Itati. And then she was like, yeah, she was saying that. She's like, the bitch with more friends is the fakest bitch you'll meet. And I was like, because I used to think the opposite, but bitch, she was right. I'm like, that's the thing. That bitch had a whole bunch of friends she would talk shit about after. And I'd be like, I was like, I wonder what this bitch says about me. And that was the thing too. And yo siempre me quedaba pensando. Because the thing was too, guys, me invitaba a salir. And she's like, oh, let's go out, like, que no sé qué. Bitch, let me go get the other lash on. Okay, guys, next, son mis pinches labios. So, we're gonna go in with the Athena painting palette. That's what I used for a little bit of the design. For this design, I used a little bit of concealer, eyeshadow, and fucking face paint. But I love using this shit for my lips. So we're gonna be going with the Athena Painting Palette, como dije, and we're gonna go with this one because it's a dark. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong color. This shade and a little bit of that one, but I like to go with this one a little bit more and a little bit of negrito into this because, girl, depending how dark I want the shade or my lip color to be, like, you know, it depends. Because some bitches be like, oh my god, what do you use? I'm like, girl, I'm like, I don't even use lipstick. I'm like, I'll be using face paint. But that is really good. Okay, so first thing is, you know, we're gonna go with your little face paint and then just mix a little bit of this color because I know this shit's gonna be red. Then go in with this one because I want it to be a little darker, and then just start drawing. So let's fast forward this shit. Okay guys, what do you guys think? I plumped them a little bit more. Bitch, I'm trying to look like a brass doll. Y como dijo una way, like, bitch, you don't gotta look basic like these other hoes. Cause some bitches always be like, some bitches always hate cause I draw this shit. I'm like, bitch, cause I want to. I'm like, cause I want to look like that. Cause I want to do my shit like that. And some bitches don't like it, but it's like, bitch, this ain't your face either. Okay, so we're gonna go in with a little bit of Carmex. But the good thing is too, guys, like, the thing is, like, she would always be like, because she'd be like, oh, let's hang out. And I'd be like, no, it's because I'm doing TikToks. Or it's because I'm doing my makeup for a video. And she'd be like, why do you always have to do TikToks? You know, say, okay. Or sometimes I would just get ready because, you know, like, bitch, I wanted it to look pretty. And she would be like, oh, like, why do you always have to fucking get ready? Like, we're not going nowhere special. Bitch, that shit at todo pinche envidia. Like, girl, I'm like, why are you getting jealous for my bitch? I'm like, probably her man said something. He probably wanted something. And, like, no, this was the thing, bitch. Like, some bitches, like, with mans, like, unas güeyes que tenían novios, their man would still hit on me in front of their fucking face or behind their fucking back. Pero I was not a fucking roba novios either. And then, that was, like, a red flag right there. Because she would always be like, oh, we're not even going nowhere special. Like, why do you always have to get ready? And I was like, bitch, I was like, because I want to. Like, girl, I'm like, obviously, I'm like, I don't know why you have to be insecure about it. I'm like, but that's you, ho. I'm like, that's not me. I'm like, I'm not insecure. I'm a pretty bitch. And pretty bitches are insecure like you, ho. And then, la cosa, she'd be like, oh, que no sé qué, que no sé qué. She'd be like, or sometimes, like, that was the smallest things. Or sometimes I would bring my dog with me. Y la otra would be like, oh, like, why does he always have to have his dog with him? Like, bitch, my dog is my emotional support. I'd be like, he's my bestie. He's my son. I gave birth to him. I'm like, bitch, I'm like, mi perro no es un perro. I'm like, he's my son. Because I understand when bitches be like, oh, no, this is like my dog. And, like, bitches be seeing their dogs like kids. And I be seeing my dog like un pinche niño. Like, bitch, if you do something to my dog, I'll fight you. I'll be like, he's my son. I literally gave birth to him. I don't know how old I was. I just couldn't know. Bitch, I was 13 or 12 years old. I just couldn't know. They're like, damn, bitch, you were getting down at that time. I'm like, yeah, with your daddy. I just couldn't know. I'm like, porque tu papá es un perro también. He didn't teach you how to fucking be a bitch. Not how to be a perfect perra, but to be a stupid bitch. I just couldn't know. And that was the thing too, guys. Like, the girl, like, sometimes her parents would think I would take her out to go see her boyfriend. The thing was, bitch, she would invite me to go hang out with her. And then it'd be like me and her boyfriend and her. And sometimes I'd be like, I don't know, I'm like, bitch, I'm like, always with her fucking man. I'm like, at the end it'd be like, we would always be like, I would say stupid shit. Or sometimes I'd get a little, you know, and then he'd be like, no, bitch, don't talk to me. And then so, like, he's like, bitch, I don't like to talk to you when you're high. I'm like, oh, so you're like, you know what I mean? And then una vez también, so literally, like, I think we got ready, right? And she's like, oh, girl. Like, she was like, girl, like, let's go. And I was like, bitch, I was like, wait, I'm still doing my makeup. And then, like, because she would always say shit like, the thing would be like, when I'd make TikToks, she'd be like, oh, para qué, que no sé qué. And I was like, bitch, I'm like, you're still in school. I'm like, I still want to be someone when I, like, you know. I'm like, bitch, I just freshly graduated. I want to be a bad bitch. And then the thing was too, like, una vez, I remember, okay, so, like, before, I'm gonna say this shit and then I'm gonna say the other shit. So once, I think we were going, and then, like, bitch, like, me apuró la güey, and I was, like, trying to do my makeup in putiza. Bitch, I hated that fucking color. Like, I was like, I don't feel cute in this. Bitch, I go back to my house. I'm like, wait, I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I'm gonna go use the restroom at my house. Bitch, tell me why the fuck I switch outfits, like, en putiza me cambio. Like, bitch, I pulled a little Barbie right there. Like, you know how Barbie literally changes outfits, like, in 1 second? Bitch, I'm doing my eyeshadow again. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, girl, I'm taking a dub, según yo. Bitch, I switched that shit because no me gustó el maquillaje. And she's like, did you just switch your makeup? And her boyfriend tells me the same thing. And I'm like, no. Bitch, and her boyfriend hit on me too. I'm like, besides that shit, but like, and then I was like, no, I was like, bitch, it was like this. And then she's like, that's why you take so long? And I was like, I didn't even take that long. I was like, it was a couple, like, 10 minutes right there. And I don't know if she was like, bitch, like, si me cachan con este way, like, bitch, I'm gonna get my ass beat. Bitch, I was gonna go get ready because, bitch, I didn't like how my makeup turned out. And then también, tell me why, like, we were, like, having some problems, you know, like, it was a little bit of, like, fucking rough road there. Like, bitch, literally spikes, all that shit, like, pinche serpientes going through that road. And then, like, I stopped talking to her for, like, I don't know what. And then una vez she called my mom. She's like, oh, she's like, tell your mom if you can go out. And I didn't want to go out. And I pretended to go ask. And then she's like, what is mom saying? And she's like, his mom said no because she's a bitch like that. I was all like, bitch. I'm like, when have I ever said that shit about your parents? I'm like, never. I'm like, I've never talked shit about no one's parents. Because obviously, I'm like, I feel like that is very disrespectful, you know? I'm like, bitch, don't talk shit about someone's parents. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like, bitches be like, oh, I hate my mom, or like, oh, like, my mom this, my mom that, my dad this, like, pinche perro que no sé qué. But that was the thing. She would be like, she would talk shit about her dad a lot, and then I'd be like, oh, like, maybe try to, like, try to put yourself in their shoes, you know, like, try to understand your parents, because you know, gotta, like, oh, yeah, like, fuck your parents, like, bitch, yeah, like, be rebelde, like, you know, because, you know, bitch, I was trying to be like the angel, being like, no, bitch, don't make these bad decisions. Cause last time she was gonna go fight a bitch, I was like, no. I was like, why are you gonna go do that shit? Bitch, ended up going to court. Una vez, cause I stopped talking to her, and then, like, me cuenta una vez, she's like, oh yeah, like, she was telling my mom the tea, and then, like, I was like hearing the tea, and then they're like, oh yeah, this bitch had to go to court, and I was like, and I was like, but that was the thing too, like, this bitch, like, she would not make good decisions, but, like, the thing is, like, yo de buena persona, I would always try to see the good in other people, but the thing is, when you try to see the good in others, bitch, te andas chingando, like, sola. Like, at the end, like, you'd be like, oh, it's because I'm gonna help, like, Juliana do this and whatever. I'm gonna try to help her change. No, bitch, don't help people change, because bitches never fucking change. And I've always seen that shit in cartoons. It's like, oh, like, bitch, that bitch is not gonna fucking change. Like, oh, try to change this kid, no sé qué, and they're like, bitches don't change. I'm like, bitch, period. I'm like, why is she speaking facts? And I was like, bitch, she was just like, I was the queen, like, you know, she was trying to be princess, but she was literally just a fucking sirvienta at the end of the day. And then I was like, she was literally always hitting for every little thing too. And I'd always be like, girl, I'm like, you always gotta go out looking good. I'm like, why is, like, that disturbing you? You know what I mean? And that was the thing too, like, people, like, if they make a weird comment, like, bitch, obviously, like, they tienen envidia for some reason. Or the thing would be like, I'll tell her shit, and she would always go tell this other person, and the other person would be like, oh, don't be telling her shit, que no sé qué. And this first time we hung out too with this other girl, she'd be like, oh, is your mom home? I was like, no, she left to my aunt's house. She's like, oh, you should let us hit your bong. And I was all like, bitch, I'm like, bitch, I ain't no fucking drug dealer. And then I was all like, ¿sabe qué se cree? And I was all like, girl, no. And then I was all like, oh, hell no. And then, like, this person's like, oh, yeah, if she asks you for weed, like, don't give her any. And I'm like, girl, I'm not that dumb. And I'm like, she already did that shit. I'm like, she already tried to do that shit. I'm like, but bitch, yo dije que no. And then, like, it's the thing, guys, like, they try to use you, like, si tienes carro, they try to use you for that por ride. Dinero, that bitch would always ask me for money. Like, una vez le presté, and then she'd be like, so once we were at the gas station with this other girl, and then, like, bitch leaves with her man, and then, like, bitch is like, oh, it's like $20 or more. Bitch, there was less than $20. It was like at least like 10 or fucking like less than $10. I know for that for sure. Y le digo al muchacho at the cash register, I'm like, oh, can I pay half cash, half card? Because I had my card on me. Tell me why the fuck, literally al último, like, he's like, no. And I was like, ugh. I was like, I'll just pay with card. And I was like, I'm gonna save that money for myself. And then I'm talking with her friend, and she's like, girl, don't worry. She's like, I got the keys on me. And she fucking locks the car, so their dumbass could stay outside still. We're about to leave because I think her parents sent her to go get food. And then they're like, bitch, where's the food? Like, bitch, did you even go for that shit? And she's like, no, it's closed. And she's like, bitch, they just called us to go get the fucking food. And I was like, bitch, literally give her the fucking money back. And then bitch, she's like, oh, can you pay us? Because I don't have the money on me. I was all like, bitch, I'm about to fight you, ho. I'm like, bitch, I'm like, ¿cómo que no tienes el pinche dinero? I'm like, how are you gonna go get shit and you don't have the fucking money on you? And then they pay me back, like her parents pay me back. And they're like, oh, we're sorry. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm like, you know, whatever. And then, but that was the thing too, like, bitch, a veces te usan por pinche dinero, like, fucking rides, or, like, pa pasear, like, pa que se paseen tu pinche carro. And then the thing was too, like, I don't know, bitch, they sometimes try to be you, literally you. Cause this girl would literally, when I stopped talking to her sometimes, cause I started doing TikTok lives, right? And I was like, oh, you know, like, bitch, I'm like, if I want to get somewhere, I'm like, I gotta be like these hoes and go on TikTok live. Tell me why, like, I don't know, un día hasta sale la way, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna do TikTok so we can talk to each other. And I was like, I was like, bitch, I'm like, stop trying to beat me, hoe. And then I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not gonna say shit. And then I was like, I know. I was like, you know what? I was like, get out my face, hoe. Because the thing too she would do is like bring una vez, I'm not gonna say who, but like she brought this guy with her and she helped him cheat on his girlfriend with her friend. So her friend, she was kind of like la otra. So like cara de pescado or cara de pinche rana, she was over here driving, right? And then she had this dude with her cara de rana's friend. And like she was helping this bitch cheat and I was like, y bitch, por eso su novio le echaba los cuernos también a la wey. But like for the shit she would do. Like bitch, karma does come back and hurt. But that was the thing, guys. I'm like, I'm like, remember guys, keep fucking driving and don't go back. Cause these bitches will try to fucking bite you back. Or it's like, bitch, you try to help someone and you'll go down with them or they'll bring you down with them. So it's like, bitch, it's like, you know, you're trying to go to heaven, bitch. Don't hang out with these bitches. I'm like, because these bitches are going to go to hell anyways. I just get it out. That was the thing, too, because I would always be like, oh, I want to start going to church and, you know, get closer to God. And then, like, this girl is talking to pinche pañal miado. And then she would, pañal miado would tell cara de rana everything. And I'd be like, oh, it's because I feel depressed. And she'd be like, oh, like, I feel depressed. You can also say, I'm like, and like, I was like, bitch, I'm not stupid. I'm like, obviously, I'm not that dumb. My girl, I'm like, I know you bitches be telling this shit back and forth. I'm like, no estoy pendejo, I'm like, pero me voy a hacer pendejo. Cause that's the thing too, I'd always me hacía like the dumb one. In reality, I wasn't that stupid, but like, I would know what was going on. And I was all like, bitch, always do that shit too. Like, try to act like the dumb friend in the group. Cause bitches will like say some stupid shit. No, once this fucking bitch squirted a Caprice on my face, pinche cara de rana. And then bitch, I was all like, bitch, I pulled her fucking hair. Cause I was like, bitch, I was like, I've been bullied before. I'm like, bitch, I'm not taking this shit no more. I'm like, 2025, 2026, bitch, we fighting. I'm like, bitch, equal rights, equal fights. I just couldn't do. But that was the thing, girl, like, I was all like, girl, because she did that for no fucking reason. And she thought that she was funny. Ella y su pinche mía se empiezan a reír and I was all like a dumbass. I was like, bitch, I was like, hell no, ho. I was like, not today. And I pulled that shit on her hair and she's like, bitch, almost hits her fucking vanity. Bitch, she deserved that shit. Like, girl, yo no le hice por una pinche razón. And then I think I had my makeup done that day and I was like, oh, I was like, bitch, my makeup. I just couldn't. I was like, no, her man is gonna not want me. No. But that's the thing, guys, like, watch out for fake ass hoes. Cause like, and then Tati would tell the same thing, like, you know, like she was talking about how like this girl got to an accident and none of her friends were there. Like, all these bitches left, but no meterse en problemas. And then the thing was like, oh, like, who's gonna be there at the end of the day? Your fucking parents. And bitch, that's the thing too. Like, mama would just be like, bitch, like, don't be dumb. Like, this bitch, like, you know, like, don't hang out there. Cause like, you know, she got some bad aura. Bitch, open the house, like, no, bitch. I was like, leave me alone. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Bitch, but that's the thing. I think it's like, you don't listen to your parents until like you learn from your fucking lesson. Cause that's the thing, like, bitch, I could be telling you this whole story shit. You be like, I know, and be like, my friend's like, not fake, like, esto. Bitch, at the fucking end, this bitch will fucking literally do something to you. And then the pendejo also start like, oh, mom, you were fucking right. Cause bitch, that was me. And then it's like, cause sometimes you're like, bitch, you don't want your parent to be right, but they are. But that's the thing, guys, like, too, like, your parents will be right about something, y tú, like, pendejo be like, no, que no sé qué. But, guys, also, like, it's like eso, like, when you don't have anything, there's no one around. There's, like, when you're at your lowest moments, there's no one around you. And then when you're at your best moments, todos quieren andar alrededor de ti. And that's the shit, that's, like, true shit right there. But, guys, honestly, this makeup look, what do you guys think? I'm be like, I've always wanted more. I just couldn't know. But bitch, make sure to like, thanks everyone for watching. Fake bitches, fuck fake friends, cause bitch, they will always be fake, like snakes. I'm like, snakes are pretty too. I'm like, they always come back from the trash. I'm just kidding now. Moscas muertas, literally, they're fucking mosca muertas. Pinches moscas muertas always come back, bitch. And then there was the thing too, it's like, bitch, I'm not criticando también, like, bitch, how the fuck are you criticizing me? Bitch, I don't even talk to you no more. And that's the thing, like, bitch, I don't want to be friends with these hoes. And they gotta talk shit, like, bitch, because I didn't want to be friends with you. Like, bitch, get on my face. But, guys, thanks for watching. Pinche fuck fake friends. And then las pinches hijas envidiosas y todo. Like, bitch, make sure. Because sometimes you can think that bitch is your friend. Bitch, she'll betray you in any fucking minute. And thanks for watching. Ricky Abram. And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And bitch, make sure you subscribe, eh? Porque si no, I'm gonna go through the screen and jump you, eh? I'm like, these lashes were meant for fighting. I just couldn't know. I'm gonna fly you over there with these lashes. I just couldn't know. But guys, see you in the fucking next one. And thanks for watching. And bitch, make sure you leave a little like down there, eh? Leave a like right now. I just couldn't know. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. But like I said, see you in the fucking next one.